Hi everybody. This is Sari from PS Art, and I'm doing something a little different today. I'm gonna be doing a long video of just me drawing for an hour, and I'm gonna try not to do any cuts on this. Just kind of one big unedited, drawing fun time. And I definitely just lost the lead out of my pencil. Let me see. So yeah, this will just be like off the cuff sort of drawing. That is not the right size lead for that pencil. That's why it's small now. Yeah, so if you want to like sit back and watch this and chill out, I'm just gonna use a non-mechanical pencil. I like this. So it says my first, and it's supposed to be for like little hands, but you know what? It's very comfortable, and I like it. I have some Doctor Who magazines. I'm gonna draw some Doctor Who characters, but if you don't know anything about Doctor Who, I'm just drawing people's faces. Like I'm practicing faces. So if you want to practice drawing real people faces with me, you can, or just, relax, or whatever the heck you want to do. I'm making the video, you're just here for the ride, I guess. I'm probably going to cut these up and make them into shorts as well if these turn out good. If these don't turn out good, you get to witness that as well, so that's going to be fun. The first picture I have is Clara Oswald. I'm going to try drawing her. And I like drawing stuff out of magazines because the reason, well, not the only reason, but one of the reasons I like drawing using like real stuff is I like having a break from looking at screens, because I look at screens so much. I look at screens for work, I look at screens for video games, I look at screens for so many other things, and I want to have something where I don't look at a screen. So I kind of like drawing and art to be that sort of outlet where I don't have to look at a screen. And there's no knock on people that do digital art. I totally salute you. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just not my area that I like to draw in, and that's okay. We all got our own thing. We're all just on this crazy world together. And I'm trying to make a face. I learned the whole technique with like these things, and I kind of use it and I kind of don't. I kind of melded it to my own sort of thing, which, I guess is what you do after a while, but let me see. Her hair's back, so this is like her little hair back area. I might edit in the basis of the picture on the side, so it's easier for you to tell what's going on. There's like a little dimple over there. I'm gonna go ahead and add that now, which is not like how you're supposed to use this sort of reference, but whatever. She's very determined face. This room is like creaking, so if you hear that, it's not a ghost, I don't think. Also, my hands are dry, so just like, ignore that. I say as I point out the thing I want you to ignore. Whatever. This is gonna be sort of shadowed in there. Actually move her head up a bit. That kind of seems a little off. I don't want that to be that close to her eyebrows. like about this length again. The top of her hair. It's always weird when people have their hair pulled back because it's like they have a very big head. I am very much self-taught, so like none of this is professional. You just go with it. Also, something is really creaking over there and it's kind of creeping me out. I think it might be the dogs. The dogs are all outside and they might be messing around with something. Okay. So that's a good little basis. She kind of has like this little smirky smile. I'll get to that a bit more. And she also has, like, her hair's a bit messy. She's got some of her hair down here. She's been running around with the doctor on adventures. I feel like everyone, myself included, gave Clara kind of a hard time because she was the follow-up to Amy and Rory, and they were so, you know, popular among the fans, myself included as well. And it's hard to follow up to that. But on rewatch, I liked her quite a lot. She's got a lot of confidence, and sometimes it's like seen as sort of cockiness, but you know, that's what makes a person. It's not just the positives, it's not just what you see as positive, it's all of the things. I'm not going to do a whole body, but let's see. Eyes are always the hardest, aren't they? Like, I think most artists would agree. That one eye's a little bit to the left. Oh. And this doesn't have to be exactly lifelike. And she always had those really thick eyelashes. With the makeup. She actually has a pretty straw jawline, too. Hair's going from the ears. Kind of draw that down a bit. like, even more trouble than just mouths is lips. Because you're either going to make it look like their lips are huge, or they're going to look like they have a mustache. Oh, God. Okay. Let me just kind of start over on this lower part of the face. Now, I did some pretty good lips previously. Might need to go back and look at some of my other references. The trick is you don't always need like every single detail, you just need the important ones. So I might not need to get that entire sideways grin, but just enough to make it noticeable. That was definitely one of the dogs messing with something. I just heard something on the other side of the door. Okay, let's get the flow of her hair. You can tell she's got it pulled back. I don't know what kind of fabric this is. It's kind of a weird looking, it's almost kind of fuzzy on top. Just got like some buttons right here, which is interesting. Also, what the heck happened to Vastra and Jenny? Like, they just kind of, they never had a real exit for their characters. They just kind of vanished. Where'd they go? I'd love to have seen 13 meet them. And you don't need all of the, you don't need every single detail. Okay. It's not too bad. A little bit of this over here. I feel like this pupil is a bit different sized. Okay. This is always weird because I like going over this with the lighter colored marker. I might do the medium colored pen marker. Pops out a bit more. I'll go through and erase it. I'm not going to be moving this camera too much. Might get a little wobbly. I apologize. I like having a thicker line on the outside. Some of these lines I'm going to do over with the even lighter color. This is the medium color from this set that I got. I was going to say it's kind of funny I'm drawing 3 characters that never meet, but technically Clara's met all of them. Just maybe not in there in that form exactly. I'm going to do, well, yeah, and I guess the other 2 events, never mind, they've all kind of met. It's Doctor Who, it doesn't have to make sense completely. They've met in different incarnations of life. And technically, did Clara meet 3? And I was going to draw 3. And the Sacha Dhawan Master, because I'm legally obligated to, because he's my favorite. But I think Clara met John Pertwee's doctor in that one weird one where she was like jumping through timeline doohickeys. And then she would have met the master when she was a woman. When he was a woman. Like I said, it's Doctor Who. It's timey-wimey. Okay. She's got big eyelashes. I hope I didn't make them too big, but we'll see. Let's see if I draw that a little clearer, if maybe it'll look a little better. Yeah. So you can actually see the iris. Oh Lord, I'm nervous because this is not a very good reference. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Actually make that light a little smaller. I like the parentheses noses. I don't like putting a ton of detail. Unless I have to. There. Meh. Put a bit more of a nose line there. Okay, we'll go in with the light gray. So this is the smaller light gray. This is always kind of weird because it just looks like a pencil. I don't want to make her hair look gray. I do a couple different tones for that. Like I said, I'm self-taught. I'm kind of learning this as I go along, so I'm not going to be perfect. That is a cop car with its siren on. There. The shadow. You're gonna hear a little of that noise. That's me with my basket O markers and such. This is the dark black. Let's get some of that to pop a little bit more. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out at the end, but that's okay. It doesn't all have to be perfect. I am gonna put some color to this. Well, let me erase this first. I have a chunkier eraser, but my dog keeps stealing it. He likes to chew on it. That's a bit cleaner. I still don't 100% love the eyes, but that's okay. They can't all be exactly what we want. I like using I've got the other side of the paper here I like to use for testing the colors. I like to see what they look like before I use them. I have a swatch somewhere where I tested all of them at once and it's gone. It's somewhere. So I just kind of retest them. That's a bit too pink. Too dark. And I like having two different tones for everything. If I want to be super fancy, I'll do 3, but this is just funsies. So, let's start with her skin. I like starting with the lighter colors first because if I go in with a dark color and then do a light over it, sometimes it'll like bleed the color in, and that is no bueno. She is very light skinned, so Might even keep some of this white. I also have my trusty white gel pen for adding white to darker tones, but it's always better to just have it be plain white. I don't know about always, but sometimes it is. Slightly darker skin tone. Well, I don't know, I got one more down from that. I might add a little very, very, very light gray. Let me, no, I might, I'll leave that there for now. Test this over. Yeah, so let's do a little bit of just a brush of the light gray to make this a bit darker on this side. Oops. And we'll do some brown. I'm gonna have some highlights here too. Just got really weird lighting on her in this picture. It's not really direct, and some of it's kind of colored light, which makes it kind of funky. Okay. I'm probably just coloring the whole thing for this. It isn't very reflective, her sweater thingy. I'm just gonna kind of double over on some of these colors. And let's see here, those are brown eyes, but they're pretty dark brown. Go in with oh, that one's almost black. I'll just double over on this one. Yeah. Oh, and let's go in with a darker skin tone. Ears. Yeah. Now it's always hard navigating the grays because you don't always want like pitch black because sometimes it almost looks weird. I remember way back when making a Star Wars painting for my niece, and I tried to make the stars, like the sky, black because it was like a bunch of spaceships, and it looked weird. Like it looked like you were seeing through. It was almost like Vanta black. It was just way too dark, and it was, instead of black, a lot of times you really want like really, really dark gray or really, really dark blue, and that will make a ton of difference because if you don't have any light reflecting at all, it's gonna look off. Like it's off in a way that's hard to explain. So I got this dark gray. I'm gonna kind of use these as a guide. This is this really weird texture on this shirt. I do not know what kind of fabric this is, but it's kind of hard to draw and shade, but we're gonna go with it. Let me get this one. These are kind of coils. This lighter gray over that one, but we're still going to have some of that shininess. I'm not going to do all of it. When I'm doing sort of cartoony Pokemon type drawings, I like getting every single bit of the paper, you know, wet with marker, but when I'm doing more realistic things, I like having little spots empty. So it kind of gets a little bit of that light in there. And for her lips, I don't want super pink because she's not really wearing like a ton of lipstick or anything. So I'm just going to kind of do a very light amount of this. And there we go. That's Clara Oswald. Okay. This, let's see here. Which one do I want to do next? Oh God, I could go really difficult here if I wanted. Well, okay, let's start with Third Doctor. Or not, we already started, so let's go with the Third Doctor next. I got this pretty cool profile of him. I got this like old Doctor Who magazine. This is from, let's see, what year is this? 1986. So this was you know, this was way after this aired, because this was in the 70s. These were the 70s episodes. Okay, not way after, but a bit after. There's good old, you know, John Pertwee. I should probably get this like actually in the frame so you can see it. So it's a profile from the side, something a little different. Let's see how well I do this. Let me swap these out, and I'll put, you know what, if I'm putting it on the screen anyways, I should just put that on the screen, but this is my first time doing this format, so bear with me. I'm gonna put him over here. Okay, so he is in profile, and it's kind of hard too because the picture itself is blocked out by lines. So I'm going to go ahead and line this out. And I might keep this one in black and white because its source is black and white. I'm going to plus down a little bit. I shouldn't have made that line so dark. Oh my god. What am I doing? Okay. I'll put it about like down here. And I'm trying to do different shapes of people. I don't want just, you know, one type of person. I want to do like young and old and different sizes and different, you know, ethnicities and stuff like that. I want to try to get some variety because we're all different shapes, and that's part of what makes our world interesting, and it makes good practice. Okay, so this is my area here. Oh Lord, I'm scared. I am scared. So midway point is going to be about his nose. I'm trying to think if I was doing the whole circle thingy, it would be like this, I believe. And he's got a pretty substantial nose, so which reminds me, I need to watch some more Third Doctor. I got pretty far. This is not a final drawing on his nose. I'm probably going to adjust that many times, but we'll start with that. I got pretty far into the Third Doctor. I was so sad I didn't want to see the Delgado Master go, because I know what happened with the actor, and it was super sad, even though it happened like way before I was born. But still, I mean, I like him a lot. He's probably my second, well, I don't know. I like all of the incarnations of all of the Time Lords, so it's hard to pick favorites all the time, but I like Delgado a lot. He's probably either tied for second or tied for first. And it was sad that the actor passed away so suddenly back in the 70s. So yeah, I didn't want to see him go, and I know I'm like really close to his last episode. So I kind of just stopped. You know, yeah, and I'm spitting all over my picture. That's mature. That's, you know, I actually made a nice little smudge there, so whatever. I'm an adult. I know how to properly behave on a video. It's interesting drawing older people because the skin just flows completely differently, and I'm not trying to insult anyone. Like, I actually think it's kind of beautiful, you know. Like, I know it's cheesy, but I don't want to be one of those people wearing like all these creams and stuff. Like, I don't care. Give me the wrinkles. Means I'm mature. I've been lucky enough to live a certain amount of time on this world, and it's something we all get, and why be in denial about it, you know? I mean, yeah, I'll complain about, you know, kids not knowing the great Eiffel 65 classic blue. I'll complain about that, but then I'll go and educate them with Eiffel 65's blue, which, you know, of all the songs I could have picked, I had to pick that one. And now I'm rambling, and hopefully you find that charming and not obnoxious. What I'm hoping will happen with this is maybe like 3 people will watch this, if I'm lucky. But then I'll have the footage to make shorts, which are really simple to do, but they're also not as engaging for me to like put together. This is just getting in there. There we go. What's interesting is hair's like really fuzzy right here, and then it's more just sort of poofy up here. Let's go ahead and a little bit of that kind of thing right there. And sort of a shadow right there. I hate it when the camera does that. Might not keep all those lines. We'll see. You know, I was saying I was going to redo this nose, but I actually kind of like it. Oh, accent there. Shadow. He's got a very, like, I don't know how to explain his smile. It's very, like, small-lipped smile. At least in this image of him. His chin goes out a bit. Very interesting textures on his hair. I really should have kept that box I was working with, because I have no reference for this part of his head or this part of his head. So I might just redo that box. Pull this back a bit. Yeah, you can barely even see his lips. They're just kind of, you know, some people just have such small lips that they just kind of sit there. But the type's too dry, and it's important to know it. So I should be using my fancy eraser. Where's my fancy? Ooh, so fancy. Let's get those little spots. That is the floor click creaking. His ear is way too high. I didn't even realize that was his ear for a second, but yeah, I did draw that as his ear. And that's not right at all. So he sort of has this fuzzy part of his hair, goes to here. His ear is sort of in line with his nose, so. Here. Downward part of his chin. Darker over here. Can't tell if that was the dog or somebody's trying to get in. It's weird too, he doesn't have much of eyebrows either. So I'll just kind of sketch that around like that. On that back a bit. Maybe I'll try to go in with, God, this tripod is such a pain in the butt. Okay, maybe I'll try to go in with the sketch markers. Let's see. Go with the black first. All right. This is the one I should There it goes. Well, no, that's the Sharpie pen. There's the 5. Okay. Definitely let me know, submit your complaints and or compliments if you like this format or dislike it. Trying something new. I know I don't have a ton of subs on this channel, but that also gives me the freedom to experiment a bit more. I do have a gaming YouTube channel that has like 2,200 subs almost, and I don't know, it's kind of refreshing to know that I don't have a ton of people watching these unless this kind of blows up, but that's cool too, I guess. You may be hearing my stomach gurgling on the camera, and I don't care. I'm primarily an editor, like, when it comes to film stuff. Like, that's what I went to film school for, and then did nothing with my film degree other than making YouTube videos. But which is okay with me, because I don't think I could ever work in film. I don't know, it was so competitive, and I'm just like, I just want to chill, guys, and make what I want to make. So I guess maybe I am using my degree properly. But I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah, I prefer to edit rather than record, so it's hard for me on these to not want to just edit it to pieces and make it absolutely freaking perfect, because you got to realize with YouTube that you can't make it perfect every time, or you will never get anything out, because you don't have the kind of resources. Well, I mean, some YouTubers do, but most won't have the resources to have that kind of time, you know. Honestly, it's kind of nice just having someone to ramble to, even if it's someone out there in space, or wherever you might be. I mean, you might be on the planet. You're probably on the planet. Heck. Should have used this one on this part in the first place. This is where you really just have to kind of freaking wing it. I might just call this one after this one and get to the master picture next time. You know what? Maybe I'll do multiple. Maybe I'll do Delgado and dot one. I never know if I'm pronouncing his name right. I haven't like heard it. I've only like seen it in credits and such. And just like a little shadow right there. Go ahead and go in with the eraser for the lines. You can really see what we've got here. Whew. You know what? I'm going to try going in with the gray markers and see how this looks. I cannot get this little end right there because it's just going right into that. Let me get all the grays. You know, one of these is a light blue, but that might be kind of cool. Let me see. It's gonna be the darkest. Do that one last. How blue is this blue? Ooh, okay. So we're gonna act like this is a bluer light. All the lightest parts. I'm gonna do blue. Hopefully this won't completely freaking ruin my picture. Trying something different. Can't try anything different if you don't try anything different. Woo! Something's getting a little bit of that dark ink off of there. Let's go in with a little bit of that. was kind of interesting. Run that through a bit. I'm gonna do the whole eye in there too. Just swallow that. There. I'm gonna do a bit of blending there. Blend that out. Word. A little bit down here as well. Oh, that has to be blended perfectly. I think he's got like a little bit of a thingy right there. I'll blend it out a bit. It's always a little nerve-wracking going in with the darker color, especially when you already had like your whole picture sort of established. But it's really important to get the contrast in there. I mean, unless you're doing like a really low contrast picture, which, I mean, there's different, you have like pastel colors and all that. Doohickey. Hold on. I'm liking it. I think it's good. I don't want to do too much with it. I don't know. I'm gonna annotate that a bit more. Maybe a bit more down here too. It really is interesting, like a lot of this just is sort of, the more you do it, the more you learn where things go. And anyways, I had to cut this one off a little bit early. I do some finishing touches here with the third Doctor. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to do some more of this in the future. Probably finish up this page with some more Doctor Who characters, and then pick some other genres and shows. Let me know what you'd like to see me draw in the comments, and if you like this kind of format, I will also be posting these videos as shorts as well. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around again soon. Bye!